Libby! Libby! Libby!
Libby's gone.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Mr. Forrester. I need to talk to you when you're finished. I want to throw a party in Charlotte's honor, a masquerade party. Costumes, food, music. Biggest Lexington's ever seen. Let's say next week. And I want it to be a surprise, so not a word to Charlotte. I'm sorry for the interruption.
No trouble, Mr. Logan. No trouble at all. Has he completely lost his mind? He hates parties. He hates dressing up. Why is he doing this?
Because he's in love.
Come on. Morning.
Morning, Ned.
Morning, Paul. Charlotte gone out for a morning ride already?
Yeah, she was just leaving when we got to the stables.
Never thought I'd meet a woman who could match Libby's love of riding.
I have to go.
Always in such a hurry to leave.
I have a husband to answer to.
But for how long?
I like Ned. He's a good man.
With a lot of land. That's what you're really after, isn't it, Charlotte?
What I'm after is none of your business.
Ned Logan won't give up his land to his own children. He's not gonna give any to you.
What's Clay doing here?
He calls on Miss Vivian. I thought you knew that.
I can't risk running into him here.
Oh, you're a clever woman, Charlotte. I'm certain if someone comes upon us, you'll come up with a ready explanation.
Don't underestimate my husband, John. He looks for the best in people, but he's no fool.
Then I guess we'll just have to be careful.
Well, look what she did to you. She got you kicked off your own land, and now you're working Vivian's.
Pa took my land back.
Because Charlotte changed the figures in your books.
There's no proof of that.
Well, there's no proof that she made Lexi fall off her horse either. But I know she did.
So what do you want me to do about it, Clay? Go tell Pa Charlotte's causing all these problems? We can't prove it, but we just know it. That's not gonna work now, is it?
Well, something's got to work, Sean. You can't go on like this. I'm gonna take a little trip into Richmond. Promise me you'll go back up to the house and check on Lexi and Alice while I'm gone.
What do you think you're gonna find in Richmond?
Everything I can on Charlotte Bentley.
Sounds like a wild goose chase to me.
Will you look in on Lexi and Alice?
Guess who?
I would know the smell of that perfume anywhere. The soft hands, the quiet voice. Isaac.
Isaac? You've definitely been single too long.
Oh, well, thank you for taking care of that problem for me.
I had such a beautiful ride. I'm going to make you get up tomorrow morning and go with me.
Oh, really?
I found a place overlooking the river. Oh, it's so incredible. I want to show it to you.
Your tea, Mr. Logan. Mrs. Logan.
Thank you, Bridget. So, what are we going to do for the rest of the day?
Oh, I have some correspondence I have to finish up, and then, if you'd like, I'll take you into town for supper.
Oh, let's heat it home, just the two of us, in bed.
Again?
Again, and again, and again, until you get tired of me and you want to kick me out.
Never gonna happen.
Have you ever driven a team of horses?
It depends what you mean by team.
2 or more.
Oh, no.
See you a minute.
I'm in the middle of interviewing drivers, Clay.
It's important.
Excuse me. Take their names, tell them we'll get back to them.
All right.
I gotta go to Richmond, and you're coming with me.
Excuse me.
What are you talking about?
Will we be much longer? The saloon opens in an hour.
Excuse me. I told you not to come out here to see me. It's too dangerous.
Jeremy and Clay have gone to Richmond.
For what?
They didn't say, but I think your first guess is right.
Even if we find somebody who knew Charlotte, there's no guarantee that they'll tell us anything about her.
Oh, they'll tell you. You're good at getting people to talk.
Be that as it may, Clay, I'm a businessman now, and I can't afford to just drop everything and go off on a wild expedition every time you get some crazy idea.
You have 2 broken down carriages, 1 horse, and no employees. I don't call that a thriving business, Jeremy.
All I need is a little time.
Yeah, of course, you wouldn't have that business if it weren't for Paul.
I realize that.
And you wouldn't be in Lexington if it weren't for Paul.
We've been over this.
Who brought your mom out and fought a duel for you so you wouldn't shoot yourself in the foot.
All right, Clay.
If someone had helped me get my life back on track, I think I'd want to return the favor.
You don't have to tell me how much I owe your pa. I just hope this is the help he needs.
Yeah, me too. Come on.
What an unexpected surprise.
John, do you know this man?
Mr. Homer Bentley, Richmond, Virginia. No, I can't say that I've had the pleasure. Another acquaintance from an earlier life?
He has a daughter my age. He used to talk about her all the time.
Well, let me guess. Her name is Charlotte.
I need to get this letter to him immediately, and you're the only person I can trust to take it.
And why would I do that?
Because whatever is in my best interest is in your best interest.
You're so charming when you're hungry.
Will you do it?
I have pressing responsibilities here.
John, if you have any feelings for me at all, if you ever had any feelings for me,
I have no more feelings for you than you have for me.
how can you say that?
I'll go, Charlotte. Well, not because I believe this little charade of yours, as delightful as it is. I'll go. But when I come back, I'll expect payment commensurate with the job.
Which would be?
Well, I was thinking, perhaps that land you think you're going to get from Ned.
What?
You're awfully confident that you're going to get it.
He'll give it to me. He won't give it to you.
Then you'll just have to deed it to me yourself. Now, what's it going to be? Go, stay?
Go.
Mind no one sees you when you leave. Oh, and by the way, if you had any thoughts about keeping the land for yourself, I can always have a meeting with Ned Logan.
It is an exact duplicate of a necklace given to Queen Victoria by Prince Albert.
How much?
$75.
Not a good idea.
No?
You buy that necklace, Charlotte's going to end up wearing it.
Yes.
Charlotte wears it, and my wife sees it. Next thing you know, I'm out $75.
It is the only one I have like it.
Oh, well, that's different. You're on your own.
I'll be by later to pick it up.
I'll have it wrapped for you.
Thank you, and don't forget Friday night.
I'll be there.
Okay. Who are you? What the hell have you done with the real Ned Logan? Expensive jewelry and lavish parties? You hate parties.
Well, not anymore, Harry. I'm a changed man.
The last time you hosted a masquerade ball must have been before the war.
It was right afterwards.
That's right. There was no money for fancy clothes. Libby suggested we all wear masks and that the ladies could pretend that their everyday work dresses were fancy gowns.
I'd almost forgotten about that.
Well, this time, the ladies will have elegant costumes.
Yes.
What if Turner doesn't convince Homer Bentley to back up your story?
He will. He doesn't want to see my face in Richmond.
Charlotte, I said I'll take care of it. You promised if I helped you meet Ned Logan, you would help me get into society here.
I know what I promised.
Now the whole thing's gonna fall apart before I've even had my chance.
Will you relax? Nothing's falling apart. We've been in worse situations than this.
That's the point, Charlotte. I don't want to be in these situations anymore.
You worry too much.
So, are you going to take care of
I'll take care of it.
How many guests are you planning to invite?
About 50.
50?
No, it's short notice. Not all of them will be able to come.
I don't know why Pa's throwing this party for Charlotte. I hate her.
Alexandra Logan?
Well, I do.
I don't want to hear it.
She's been nothing but trouble since she got here.
Stop it.
It is kind of strange. I mean, Sean's moved out. Clay walks around brooding all the time, and we're having a party.
I don't know what's gotten into the boys. Or you.
She's ruining our family.
But Pa is happy. So if he wants to throw a big party for Charlotte, then that is what we're going to do.
Did I hear my name? No. I better get back to work before your Pa notices I'm gone.
I have chores to do.
Do you know where Clay went?
He said he went to Louisville to sell some horses.
Oh. Do you think he was telling the truth?
Why would he lie?
You aren't hiding anything from me, are you, Lexi?
No.
Yeah, I'll be right with you.
I need help locating a missing person.
Friend of yours?
Oh, yeah, a very close friend. I see he left for work about a week ago and hasn't been heard from since.
A week, huh?
Okay, well, maybe it's a day, but it sure feels like a week.
What's this friend of yours look like?
Short, fat, bald, no teeth.
You sure you want me to find him for you?
Maybe not. Are you spoken for?
I'm afraid I am.
Oh, well, in that case, then... I think it's about time you found a bigger place to live.
Can't afford to.
Well, then I think you should come home.
Can't do that either.
I see you've inherited all your father's best attributes. Hardworking, self-sufficient, and stubborn.
Determined.
You know, your father is throwing a party for Charlotte. It sure would mean a lot to him if you came.
I don't think so.
Lexi and Alice miss you.
Rita,
Oh, well, you wouldn't want Charlotte to think she's got the upper hand, would you?
talk about stubborn.
Determined. So I'll tell Lexi you'll be there.
I'm thinking about it.
When did Clay say he was coming back from Louisville?
In plenty time for the party.
Let me ask you a question.
Of course.
Libby died, I thought I'd never get married again. And then Charlotte, she seemed so much like Libby. She liked the same things that she did. She just reminded me of her. Not in the way she looked especially, but in other ways.
Yes, I can see that.
Do you think that I made Charlotte into Libby in my own mind?
Well, you're the only one who can answer that, Ned. But what if you did? And if you're happy and she's happy, what difference does it make?
Suppose I wake up one morning and find out she isn't.
She isn't Libby? Well, I can help you with that one right now. She isn't. Listen, Ned, if trouble's on its way, it'll get here in its own good time. No sense in forming a search party for it.
What was that? Clay, I just heard a mountain lion.
It was an owl.
An owl?
Go to sleep.
Are you sure that was an owl?
All right. All right. Let's go. We're obviously not going to get any more sleep tonight, so we might as well go. We can be in Richmond by daybreak.
And into our nice, warm hotel room.
Ned?
I couldn't sleep. I didn't want to disturb you.
I'll make you some warm milk.
No. Come sit with me. I like this time of night. Everything is so quiet. Tell me about your childhood.
My childhood.
I want to know everything about you.
But you already do. My life started when I met you. Come to bed.
Scared me.
How you doing?
Good.
You all right?
You and Pa aren't talking. Lexi acts like Charlotte's out to kill her. Why is everyone behaving so badly?
Well, not everyone sees the world like you do. You think everybody should be getting along with each other all the time.
Yes,
Not everybody can do that.
they should try.
You need anything?
Come to the party.
What brings you to Virginia?
Well, I was just looking to sell a couple horses. Heard the market was good here.
Better than Lexington?
The truth is, we wanted to do a little traveling, see the country, and we need a way to pay for it.
I see. Well, I wish you luck, but I'm not really looking to buy.
Well, thanks anyway. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know anyone who could give us some information on Charlotte Bentley?
Who?
Charlotte Bentley.
Look, I don't know who you boys are, or how folks do things in Lexington. But in Richmond, we don't go around giving out information to strangers.
But you do know her.
Good day.
He knows her.
Yeah, but he's not gonna talk to us.
Someone will. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Hey, Peanut.
Don't call me that.
You used to love it when I called you that.
I was a kid.
Oh, all right. Sorry. You here to talk me into coming to that party? Come here. Sit up there. What's going on?
Are you ever coming home again? I knew it.
Lexi. There comes a time when every child leaves home. And it's my time.
Because of Charlotte.
It was my time.
She's horrible, Sean. And Pa doesn't even want to see it.
If she's horrible,
She is.
then Pa will see it. Look at me. He'll see it. Eventually. And in the meantime, you gotta try and get along.
You're just on her side.
I've been thinking. Maybe it's a terrible idea. Tell me if you hate it.
All right.
What would you think about maybe putting a small parcel of land in my name?
Why?
Well, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I never expected to find such happiness in my life. Now that I have, it's frightened me a little. I worry about losing you, and then suddenly finding myself with no place to live.
I would never let that happen.
But if anything happened to you, your children don't like me. They think I'm taking you away from them.
They'll come around. It'll be fine.
Is this a Bentley residence?
Yes, sir.
Home of Bentley?
Yes, sir. You'll find him here.
I can't come with you to Lexington.
I don't think you want our mutual friend coming here.
I told her about my daughter. I needed to talk to somebody. I never expected her to use it against me like this.
I don't think she ever meant to use the information against you. I think she only meant to use it for herself.
This is blackmail.
I've brought some sherry for you and your guests.
Thank you.
Will you do us the honor of staying for supper?
Well, I'm afraid that I can't. I have an early train to catch in the morning, and I have other matters to tend to.
Well, I'll leave you two to your business.
I'm afraid you don't have much time to make a decision.
If people learn of my association with her, I'll be ruined. I'll be thrown out of the church. It will destroy my marriage.
Then I'd say your decision is made.
Thank you. Well, it's just a shame we came all the way out here for nothing. It was our father's dying wish that we say goodbye to his childhood friend.
You boys are brothers?
Yeah. We get here, no one could tell us where Charlotte Bentley is.
Who?
Charlotte Bentley. We heard she moved from Richmond, but we can't find anyone who can tell us where she is.
Nobody's gonna tell you about her.
You know her?
I've never met her, but everybody knows where she is. Most people are polite enough not to discuss it, though.
And how are your manners?
Not so good. As a matter of fact, they're downright disgraceful.
It's so good of you boys to come and see her. Charlotte doesn't get much company. In fact, no one's been here to see her for 3 years now. Don't be surprised if she doesn't recognize you.
Oh, no, we wouldn't expect it.
Charlotte, dear, look at the nice young men that have come to see you.
What's wrong with her?
What do you mean? You said you knew her.
Well, my father, he knew her. And, well, he never told us.
Oh, I thought you knew. She's been like this since birth. She lives in her own world. She never speaks. She never looks at anybody.
You're positive this is Charlotte Bentley?
Signed her in myself when she came to live here 15 years ago.
Good morning, Charlotte.
Charlotte. Alice and I were just discussing the help.
I was just going into town. Do you want anything?
No.
No.
It's very important that we speak to her parents.
You told me they knew you were here.
I'm sorry if we misled you.
Misled? You lied to me, sir.
No, it wasn't exactly a lie.
No. You're right, we lied. It was wrong.
We promise our patients and their families privacy. Their lives have already been shattered by their illnesses. At least they deserve the right to be left alone.
I'm sorry. Let's go.
Wait, Clay, we had a very good reason for coming here.
I have to ask you to leave, sir.
I am. I just think you should know that someone is using your patient's name, passing herself off as Charlotte Bentley because she knows she can get away with it.
That's none of my concern.
No? You don't think that your patient deserves to have her good name protected as well as her privacy?
She didn't ask for this life. All I want is for her to be comfortable and left alone.
She will be. I just think her parents should know what's going on.
I'm sorry you missed him. He had to leave quite unexpectedly.
Well, we could wait for him.
Oh, he'll be gone several days. He had to go to Lexington, Kentucky. But is there something I can do for you?
No. No, thank you very much for your time.
I don't see why you didn't at least talk to Mrs. Bentley about it.
I think her husband knows more about this than she does. Send Pa a telegram on our way back.
Have you heard from Turner?
No. I think Ned knows something. I keep bumping into discussions that end abruptly when I come into the room.
So what are you going to do?
Play the hand. Wait to see what everyone else has got.
And I guess I should play my own hand, too.
A young woman here to see you, sir.
What?
It was rude of me to come without an invitation.
Oh. No. Not at all. Please, come in.
I've been having such a problem with Jeremy gone.
Indeed.
I promised him that I would get the books all set up for the carriage company. And, well...
Books? You mean you're doing the books?
I was supposed to, but I was hoping you could help me out.
You know, when I invested in this little venture of yours, you assured me that you had professional help setting up the company.
I was hoping that would be you.
Well, let's see what you've got. This ledger's empty.
Well, I've never done this before, but I do pick things up very quickly.
Do you?
Yes, I'd be so grateful if you could help me out just a tiny bit.
Yes, well, first you make 2 straight columns. Here you have the debit and the credit.
And the credit is when you put something in? And the debit is when you take something out?
Yes.
Mother said for me to tell you we're having supper early.
Yes, Miss McGuire, business associate of mine.
Well, we've met.
That's right. That day in town with Clay. How is Clay?
I didn't realize you had an actual business.
Oh, yes. Carriages for hire. Your brother has made a very shrewd investment in public transportation.
Yes, there's a great deal of money to be made in public transportation. There's high demand, low overhead, and winter's transportation will be the only handsome cab trade in town. No competition.
Supper's at 5. Don't keep Mother waiting. You know how that annoys her.
You know, perhaps we could go over the books some other time.
This telegram came from Mr. Logan.
I'll let him know, Bridget.
Mr. Ned Logan, have important information regarding Charlotte Bentley. Will be home Saturday. Clay.
Charlotte?
Ned.
Are you all right? You look a little pale.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired. I think I'll lie down before dinner. Will you tuck me in?
First piece of land my grandfather ever acquired. 3 queens and 2 jacks. I've made arrangements with my attorney. If something should happen to me, this piece of land is yours.
Ned.
I told you would never have to worry. Now you don't.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I have a little surprise for you upstairs.
What is this all about?
You'll see.
Oh! Oh.
Open.
Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. Why are you doing all this?
I love you.
I'm happy to see you made it.
How did you know it was me?
Oh, I love your dress. That's beautiful. It's a great costume. I'm glad you're home. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Vivian.
You are the handsomest man here.
Well, thank you. Is Paul here yet?
Well done, Ned.
Thank you.
Party.
I really need to talk to him.
For heaven's sakes, Clay, at least let him say hello to his guests.
Mr. Logan, Mrs. Logan. This is my guest, Miss Molly McGuire.
How do you do?
It's a pleasure.
Pretty well.
Father.
You look lovely. I've never seen you so happy.
Ned, this is my father, Homer Bentley.
Sir?
I met your father on the train from Richmond. I offered to drive him to your place if they told us you were here.
I'm pleased to meet you.
What brings you to Lexington?
I'm on an ecumenical mission, meeting with the pastors of several denominations. One of my stops brought me close to Lexington.
You'll stay with us, I hope.
I'm afraid I have to be in Frankfurt tomorrow afternoon, but I couldn't be so close without stopping in to see my little girl. Do you mind if I have one dance?
would you do this?
I beg your pardon?
Why are you lying? You know that woman isn't your daughter.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I went to the hospital. I saw your daughter.
My daughter is here. And if you try to say anything different, no one will believe you, and it could result in litigation.
Which we would win?
I'll do all I have to do to protect my name.
What do we do now?
Talk to Sean. We'll figure out something together.
Thank you for tonight. For loving me. For making me a part of your life.
No excuses, Charlotte. I lived up to my end of our agreement.
Oh, I have the land.
You said that...
I said there was a minor problem. The land will be mine, and therefore yours, as soon as Ned dies. I have it in writing.
You expect me to wait till he dies?
Well, if you tell him what you know about me, he'll take the land back. And you'll never own a square foot of it.
Don't think I won't do something about this.
I'm counting on it.